Hey, welcome to the new series on the channel. This is going to be What If Movie Reviews. The concept is easy. Every year, there are movies that don't get made. Movies that are almost made. Either they lose their funding, directors move on, or the studio decides that the movie needs to go in another direction. Whatever reason, there are a plethora of movies that don't quite make it to the theaters. For this first episode, we're going to go back in time to the 1990s. There's one glorious moment in the middle of the decade that brought together Kevin Smith, Tim Burton, and Nic Cage. That movie that was almost made is Superman Lives. I'm asking you to journey back in time to a different time in cinema, and in this alternate reality, Superman Lives hit theaters in 1997. So, Superman Lives premiered last night, and yours truly had a front row seat. Let's start with my first impressions. Tim Burton's direction, on par with his Batman films. It's unfortunate he's no longer going to be producing those, but maybe Warner Brothers will give him another chance to helm a Batman film. We'll see if the upcoming Batman and Robin is going to link to this Superman movie. Maybe this film will pave a way to a Justice League film. Stylistically, this is a Burton film. Not quite what I would have wanted for a Superman film. The palette is similar to Christopher Reeve's Superman films, but with the bright, hopeful colors are staying, the tone is much darker. Burton has a specific style, and it works in most of his films, but it really felt out of place here. I was disappointed with the cinematic choices that he made throughout the film. What about the story, you ask? Well, the script started life in the hands of Kevin Smith. His movie Dogma is going to come out later this year, and he's already garnered a lot of goodwill in the eyes of comic book fans with his indie film Clerks and his two recent films Mallrats and Chasing Amy. Unfortunately, and this is just the rumor mill from the message boards on the internet and from fan sites hosted on GeoCities, but there seems to be some bad blood between Smith and Burton, leading to Smith's script not being fully utilized. The product we saw on screen is the script from the mind of Dan Gilroy and Tim Burton. Burton has admitted he doesn't read comic books, which is going to explain some of his Batman choices. And his collaborations with Gilroy on the script show their lack of knowledge of the source. My biggest problem with the script is, I felt there were too many pieces in place that felt like they were purely there for marketing. The alien dog Brainiac gave to Lex as a gift. I mean, come on. It didn't play into the plot at all, but it was a huge part of their toy line released in advance of the film. Not to mention the polar bear fight. I mean, what was that? And acting choices. I mean, come on, I love Chris Rock. He is a stellar comedian, but I wish he would have done more with the role of Jimmy Olsen. He's already had an uphill battle as being cast as the red-haired white kid in comics, and I was a little hopeful to see how he would overcome that. But instead, he was just Chris Rock playing Chris Rock. Nothing new from him that we haven't seen before. Now, on to the cream of the crop. Nic freaking Cage. He plays almost a parody of the Christopher Reeves. The gestures, the excitement, the overacting. It was just too much. He pushed the character into the absurd. His line during the giant spider fight, "Oh no! Not the spider! Not the spider!" That elicited a little chuckle from me in the theater. He repeats his lines over and over, often while getting louder each time. Cage's Superman would have been better fit for, say, Superman 3 with Richard Pryor. Overall opinion, not a good movie. I'm disappointed that Burton didn't make the epic Superman film that we all wanted to follow up his run on Batman. I hope that this doesn't kill Warner Brothers' plans to connect all their films together. They may have ruined their chance to see their two biggest characters connect on film. But let's see what Batman and Robin holds for us later in this year. Oh, and one final note. Who do you think Johnny Depp is playing? What was up with his cameo? I hope Burton isn't just setting up a pattern of inserting Depp into his films. But, that remains to be seen. Hey, thanks for checking out What If Movie Reviews. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Be sure to head over to my Talking Book series. Also, check me out on social media, Facebook and Twitter. Like, share, subscribe for more content like this. What did you think about What If Movie Reviews? Comment below. Let me know.